IVM.
Hi,
You're
listening to IVM
Daily.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of IVM Daily, a show where we talk about things that are going around in the world and what's going on in our minds. And for a change, this episode is about both those things. My name is Jaanam, and with me in the studio today is Gaurav.
How you doing?
So Gaurav, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about the death and then the resurrection of the show Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
And how they played with our emotions over the weekend.
God, the weekend was an absolute roller coaster in terms of emotions.
Yeah. So I remember on Thursday night in India is when they announced Brooklyn Nine-Nine is getting cancelled, and that's when I tagged you in a post and you didn't see it.
Yeah.
And then you saw it the next day because somebody else told you. And I was like, wait, I've already sent you this, Gaurav.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we were very sad when Brooklyn Nine-Nine got cancelled, man. Why do you cancel such a show? I mean, there are other shows to cancel, right?
I swear. I mean, actually, in terms of the actual viewership, it's much lower than, like, say something like Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
But, like, the fan base, we saw it on Twitter over the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, even Jesus took 3 days to come back to life. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it happened within 48 hours of it being announced that it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
So,
By the way, FYI listeners, Gaurav and I are actually in the middle of watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now. I've
Yes.
seen you watch, but I think you're watching it for the second time, right?
I finished watching the first 4 seasons for the second time, whatever's on Netflix. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched the 5th season because I don't do piracy and, watching online illegally. So I'm waiting for it to come on Netflix. And you know what?
Yeah.
I don't mind the wait. Now I know that it's coming. Like, now I know that 5th season, 6th season, everything is going to be there. I don't mind waiting for a while and then binge watching all of them together.
Yeah, so I am actually in the middle of a binge watch of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm on season 4 right now, and after my Jessica Jones binge, I wanted like a lighter show to watch, so I switched to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and like Thursday they just dropped this bomb saying, oh, show's cancelled, and I'm like, wait, I need to cut down on my binge and not like, just savor the episodes.
But now you can go back to your binge.
Yes, I have already on the weekend. As soon as they announced, I'm like, oh, what? I'm watching the next episode.
Oh my God.
So I'm on the end of season 4 now.
So for you, Jaanam, what makes this a great show?
I think it's just the whole cast of this show, the characters. Every character is so well portrayed. So the cast is so good, man. They've just killed it with that. Yeah.
So amazing. I mean, it's such a funny cast.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, initially, I'll be very honest with you. When I've watched the first few episodes, I thought they were trying to be funny. But then you realize that it's not the actors trying hard to act, but it's the characters who themselves are really, really tryhards, and they're exaggerated for effect. And I think they do a brilliant job of being inside that character. And,
Yes, I agree.
They really give them justice. Like, when I first saw it, Andy Samberg making his jokes as Jake Peralta, I thought this guy is trying too hard to be funny. Like, I could relate.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this guy's trying too hard.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So top 3 characters from the show.
Charles would be my number 1.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I'm very, very
Interesting.
weird in that way. Second would be Jake Peralta. 'Cause,
Okay.
as I said, relatable. And then the third would definitely be Captain Ray Holt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So for me, it's number 1 is Gina Linetti, number 2 would be Holt, and number 3 would be Rosa Diaz.
Of course.
These are my top 3 characters.
The 3 divas of the show.
Yeah, man. So good.
So do you know the details of it being picked up again? Do you know what's happening there?
I think, I'm not too sure, but I think like because of the whole buzz on social media and all the fans like going all crazy and saying stop don't cancel the show. It's, I think that's when NBC picked it up.
So actually the production house, like where they actually do it, is a sister company of NBC. So where they produce the show. So it's actually, even in terms of a economical decision wise, it's a very good decision for them. And I'm like feeling so bad for Fox right now because this was a really silly move on their part. Like, I mean, this show, especially because it got dropped and now like the immense response online,
Yeah.
I think that's going to build a whole new base of fans for this show who
I
hadn't
agree.
even heard of it,
Yeah.
but they only heard of it because of the uproar like fans made because it got dropped. So
I agree, man, because like when this whole announcement was going on that it's cancelled and then it's back, my entire timeline was flooded with just Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Brooklyn
how
Nine-Nine.
amazing is
yeah.
that? And just for like listeners who want to know more about Gaurav Iyer, my favorite number is actually 9, and that's how I actually started watching this show. And it's like
9-9.
9-9, and like that led to this amazing discovery on Netflix, and I'm just really glad. They talk about a lot of social issues on this show also.
Yeah, they do.
which
I
is
love how they do
important.
it so subtly, you know. It's obviously like a sitcom, it's comedy.
Yeah.
But the serious issues are well highlighted, like
They have like gun laws, racism,
homosexuality.
like in the workplace, like
Yeah.
because we don't really see anyone being outed as like, oh, you're homosexual, so you're a bad person or whatever it is, like it's against God. But how that, even though there is no blatant homophobia in a workplace, because you are a black and gay man, like how that has held you back in life and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's
Also, like partly I would say kind of, I don't know if I should call this sexual harassment or just plain attraction to your coworker. But Gina and Terry have this, like Gina's super attracted to Terry, and she just finds opportunities to tell him, like, take off your shirt, Terry.
that's
Yeah.
a serious issue. That is sexual harassment,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But
Yeah, sure. It is.
yeah. And we also see police politics a lot on it also, like how so many things are like dependent on what kind of decision you make. And you see this really between Jake and Captain Holt, because sometimes Jake is like, wait, what do I do? If I do this, I'm pissing off a boss, but if I don't do this, then I'm not doing my job.
Yeah.
And I love how they always take the side of doing the right thing, and that is a really great booster.
Yeah. So I just watched this episode yesterday. Spoiler alert, by the way. I watched this episode where Charles and Rosa go to this foot massage parlor, and they find like
I
money
love that
laundering.
episode.
They find money laundering happening there, and they're like, "Oh, but the massage is so good, but oh no, but we have to stop the place." So
who's your number one favorite character?
Gina.
So what about Gina do you like?
Everything, man, everything. I love how she's just herself and she doesn't really give a about anybody else on the show, and she just does her own thing. And she I like how she thinks she has so much of an influence on the other characters, on the whole precinct for that matter. And she's just a diva, man. I love her.
Cool. My favorite is Charles Boyles, and because he has same love of food as I do, and he's such a good friend, and he's funny without knowing it. He's never trying to be funny, but he's funny without knowing it.
With Charles Boyle, I love the actor, but I'm not too fond of his character. But he's a brilliant actor, man. He's
when I say I like his character, I love it whenever he comes on screen. I'm not
Right.
saying that like, oh, that's the kind of guy I'd like want my friend to be like, or like I would want to be around. But whenever he comes on screen, it's a
It's
brilliant
great,
moment.
I agree. Okay, cool. So that was our episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine getting cancelled and getting resurrected by NBC. Let us know your favorite moments or characters or your favorite thing about Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and tweet to us. We are at IVM Podcasts. Use the hashtag IVM Daily. I'm on Twitter. You can find me. I'm at Jaanam Diwan.
I'm Aya_G on Instagram.
Okay, that's all from us, guys. Thank you for listening in, and we'll see you on another episode. Bye.
Bye.
He bends down to test the warm water for his bath. He comes here to quench his thirst for a hot shower and some podcasts. You can witness how he enjoys having other people talk about cool stuff in his bathroom. Indeed, it helps him with his loneliness. You can find more of his pieces on ivmpodcast.com, your one-stop destination where you can check out the coolest Indian podcasts. Happy listening.